Well, good morning, everyone. Hi, Leanne. How are you?
Good morning, Ros. I'm well, thank you. And you?
Good. Oh, yeah, going well. Um, Especially now that I found the right link because you're running the back end this morning. It's a funny thing
Yes.
that I have got a laptop here now because Tony brought his down. We brought it from the bay, from the shack. And I thought I did have
Yeah.
just a smidgen of time to load it up, like get it open and see if it ran Be Live and the rest. And it does, but not enough time to do it myself for the back end this morning. So it's in your hands, beautiful Leanne, as to what questions come up, as to whether we do questions or not, or whether we're just chatting or whatever. I do have cards in hand because I like playing with them. And
Yeah, they are fun.
I think that's partly because of doing the weekend that we've just done. It is fun. It wasn't flat out. It was the right pace for me, and it does every time that you're actually using a tool of any sort. You are actually gaining confidence in how you use
Definitely.
them and how you interpret them.
Yeah.
So I've been having so much fun over the weekend and continue to do so. I just love this deck of cards. Number one, they're very
Yeah.
easy to shuffle, and so it was for those who I read for on the weekend. The psychic tarot deck is a bit more. I mean, it is a tarot deck, so it's a bit bigger and it's a lot harder for people to shuffle. Still gets the job done though. So it's
Yeah.
for anyone. It's just choosing what tool you want to use with whatever you're doing, isn't it?
It is. It really is. And it's what you're drawn to. How do you find the tarot? Because I'm not a fan of the tarot, but that's just me.
Uh, Look, it's just a matter of tuning in, I think, as to what they're actually saying, um, because it's just imagery on a card.
Yeah.
So really, that's all it actually is until you're tuning into what the message is. So as far as differentiating from one to another, whether it's a tarot deck, which
Yeah.
the most recognised original tarot, I think, is still probably the Rider Waite form of
Mm.
tarot. And that is, I don't know whether it's the oldest or not. It may not be. There could be something that's even older.
I think
But
it's pretty well up there with what I understand.
it's a very well
Yeah.
recognised as one of the oldest style of decks. It
Yeah.
is. It's something that if that's the deck that you want to use, that's what you practice with until you get to
Yeah.
being an ex. I don't like the word expert, but you get to be really confident in what you're using and knowing that the base
A
meanings of the
specialist.
card. Yeah, specialist's a good one. Yeah,
There we
and
go. There's a new word.
yeah, and it's not a matter of memorizing all the meanings that someone else has written down. At least it's not for me. The way I do it is tuning in and seeing what the cards are giving me as messages, the little things within the card pictures. It is artwork on a card, and it has
Yeah.
that receiving the message through the various bits that I get like that, like I do with the psychic, the mediumship type. It's just those images that come in from spirit or from the connection of source that you just have it there as this is what, okay, pass it on. This is what, pass it on. And it's
Yeah.
in the context of how it's laid out. So tarot,
Mm.
that's the difference. I think um, it's a difference in the style of how the intention of the artwork and the four suits of major minor arcana. That's a tarot. What you have
Yeah.
with oracle decks, because you've got a gorgeous oracle deck that you use. There's
Mm.
many that have been created by many people. Doreen Virtue was one that did become very famous, and there's some others. I love the artwork that Ciro Marchetti does with these. Well, he did the
Yeah.
Gilded Reverie Tarot. There's many decks that he's done artwork with, and I presume written the meanings for the oracles and the cards relevant to those. People who receive their messages cards, messages to put on cards and call them different things. So You know, whether it's tarot, whether
That's
it's
it.
oracle, whether it's Lenormand, whether it's a different name altogether, we're just using
Yeah, for
tools.
sure.
And I like
It
doing
is,
it.
and that's what it is.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. For me, I find that the Oracle is a lot more softer card sort of thing. They're easier for me to interpret. My intuition sits better with the Oracle than what it does.
Yeah.
The tarot is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, beautiful. Excellent. Well, we've got some hellos coming up here. So we'll just say hello to Tiffany.
Yeah.
And we've got the beautiful Natasha as well. Hello, honey. And Michelle's just saying hello. And we got Jen also joining us saying hello. Lily is also saying hello. Tiffany's got a question there we'll get to
Love
in
the
a moment
sunflowers.
as well. Yeah, aren't they
there.
gorgeous?
Yeah.
I'd love to know where to find all this stuff. So, and we're
Somewhere
just not
down
just
there.
we're just popping in. Yeah, that's it. Excellent. So beautiful. So that's all the hellos we've got for now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
One of the things I
Yeah.
noticed as I was trying to look for the link, that not so much the guest link because I knew that you had sent that. Oh, hi, Mum.
Hi, Mum. Morning, Mum.
It
Love
does
it.
feel like that after the weekend. Yeah. Anyway, in looking for that guest link, I knew that it was in the messenger, so that was all right. But I wanted to share into my profile and then into my Hypnosis Plus pages and stuff like that. I couldn't find it in that, as in has it cross-posted, because that's usually the technique, you know, that the links we use is called cross-posting. And I couldn't find them, and I thought, I can't share this, so I haven't shared it at all.
I've cross-posted it into Hypnotherapy Plus.
Yes.
And
Good.
my pages as well.
Good.
To all the ones I could.
For those who are on those pages, do remember to click the link that does take you to the mytimetv.live. And we are live. And if it takes you to a repeat, because what I clicked on to try and find the one that was the right one, it didn't go to the right one. It went to an old one. So
I might not have put the new one in there. I just thought of that when you said that.
Well, and that's
I knew
why
there was something else.
And that's why I'm mentioning it, because I've done that step now, it's automatic to go into the we edit the description and add that new link. I did that with what I thought was this video, you know, for today's, for this now, and I might have posted an old one even then. Because I changed it.
The link to this, if you're watching from Roz's Hypnotherapy Plus, Leanne Winston, Psychic Medium, or Body, Mind, Spirit, the Live Hub has the right link in it. It's just the event page on My Time TV that doesn't. That's the one I missed. I knew there was one.
So if you feel like you're not on the right place, go to mytimetv.live and you'll see that we are live. When you click on it, there is arrows that says the red live. And the comments will be there to actually place your comments and questions. So, yes.
That's it.
It was a bit that roundaboutness of it this morning, because I was trying to get the laptop up and thinking, well, I could still do it on that and add in the phone camera to set up to have the cards sitting there. No, I ran out of time. So, yeah.
Didn't work.
Technology.
Well, it is, and it's time. We just don't. A lot of us don't have enough time in our day either. So, I just want to say thank you to Ashley for spreading the love. So please, everybody, feel free to do that as well and invite others to join in as well. We've just got Michelle here saying, "I've just got my first deck. It's an Oracle one. I just started reading cards. Majority of people say the messages resonate." Excellent. Well done, honey. Just keep practicing.
Yeah,
so,
and it really is taking that, well, what I found, it really is taking that first instinctive, what you've received with that card when you look at it and when you're creating the story for someone that you're reading for, even if it's for yourself. It's got to resonate because it's coming from source. It's coming from your heart center when you're doing it. Well, it does from mine. So, Yeah, it's wonderful. You're working well. Look, they're working well for you. They're fun too, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Mm,
And we just
yeah.
got Elaine saying hello to the two of us as well.
Oh,
Excellent.
hi, Elaine.
All right. We do have some questions coming in now,
Yep.
so we might just touch on these. So first up, we have Tiffany. So I'm going to do Roz's, keep Roz's pattern going with starting from the bottom and working my way through. So she says, "Hi, Roz and Leanne. I was wondering if you have any messages for my brother who has passed away a few weeks ago, and if you have any guidance." All right, honey, I'm just going to bring that question down. So, Tiffany, this question is for you. Just that is hiding our faces a little today. And did you want to pull a card first up for?
I have, and the first instinct I've gotten, and I haven't got a mat on this, so it's hard to pick them up, is the fat mouse and the mountain. Now, what I'm feeling was he was certainly into taking some risks. If you see in that mouse one, see how close he's eating to cutting right through that cloth, that rag or whatever. Just feels to me like he had a great deal of fun actually. What I'm sensing is a motorbike or some sort of a sport like that that had some risk in it. So whether that's something that he enjoyed, and going to the top of the mountains, he was actually into it. It feels like to me that he was actually into the extreme sports in a way, just the challenges, enjoyed them. Yeah, I'm feeling he's actually feeling quite fine, like health. It feels like he's healthy. He's fine. He's at peace with where he is, and there's still some more fun to be had's what I'm getting. So, what's your message you're receiving for
All
that?
right, excellent. First of all, honey, I want to say my heart goes out to you with your loss. So I do feel your sadness at the moment as well. Now I do get there is a lot of mixed emotions going around at the moment. So I don't want to say it's just the sadness, it's the anger, it's the missing. I want to say somebody, either yourself or somebody very close to you, is going through a lot of those rapid emotions at the moment. And I get it's important to recognize how we are feeling and take moment by moment. Now, I do feel his energy is a little bit on the weaker side at the moment, which is very common for somebody that has only just passed over. Okay. I do feel that you have felt his presence around you since his passing. So I want to say he has presented himself in a very short time, in a very short way, since his passing to you as well. I do get the reference to you feel like you're in a little bit of a daze at the moment. So that's just him acknowledging that this doesn't quite feel right to you. So it's the feeling that reality hasn't quite set in properly either. So I get the roller coaster that comes with that at times. So at times I really feel that you feel that loss, but at other times it's very hard to believe that he's gone as quickly as what he has in that way. Okay. I do get the reference to look out for the signs. He will put the signs in front of you as time goes on, but at the moment you need that time to be able to do the grieving as well. All right. So I have the hand on the heart. So he's showing he managed to give me a quick flash of the hand on the heart, which is my sign for love and pride for you as well. So Tiffany, I'll just put your comment back up there for a second. So that was for Tiffany Chris. Wonderful, honey. So sending our love out to you as well. All right. So now just next, we have Ashley saying, "Hi, lovelies. Any messages from my loved ones could really use it, please." Okay. Oh, did you want to start or would you like me to go first?
You start. Just see what the cards are. Yes.
I have a grandmother figure around you, honey, and straight away, when I finished reading your question, I had her energy step in, and she made me feel like my lungs were heavy. So I'm going to say that feeling of having to focus on my breathing side of it. So I do feel there were issues around the chest, the lungs for this lady. And I want to say on mum's side of the family. So if your grandmother is here, I've got the great grandmother stepping in. And if that's the case, she is mirroring your mum, your grandmother and your mum to show me the similarities in that way, okay? I also want to put the number 7 around you as well. So I do get the reference to look at the 7th of the month or July. Otherwise, there's patterns in the 7 in the way that I want to acknowledge the piece of jewellery that's also been handed down through the family, and I feel like I've got a ring that I want to put on the finger with that side of it. All right, so I'll leave you with that, and I will let Roz show you do her thing.
And the cards that came out for you were the home, like house, which is home, and with the birds in the expanded deck, that's actually ours. Of course, we recognise that ours tend to be more around wisdom and looking more deeply into meanings behind things and looking for that guidance that's wise, deciding wisely. I'm feeling that certainly there was an importance around family and home. So that's the message I'm just getting is, the focus of looking more deeply into how you feel around and how you move around your home and how you're setting up your home as a message from that and the lovingness from it. Yeah.
Sorry, hun, just before you bring the cards down, can I just make a point? If you'd like to just put them up for a second, the number 7 has come up twice more. Now, the bird card is 7 down in the bottom corner, and when you have the 4, the 1 and the 2, it adds 7.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's the patterns in the 7 again. Okay.
I saw it as you mentioned it, and I was going to mention it, and then I forgot. Glad you picked that up because I saw that the 4 and the 12 added to the 7 in the individual digits. Oh yeah, there's a 7 of diamonds down the bottom of the owls. There.
Yeah. So you got 7
there's
like 7. And so I would say there's very strong patterns in the 7, honey, for you at the moment as well. I just love the way that Spirit puts the signs in front of us.
Absolutely, they do. Yeah. And it's sometimes. I mean, I'm a fairly big believer in the 3 as far as if you're getting messages, you get reminded of something that you hear on the radio or that you see happen around you, and if you see a similar thing happen by the 3rd time, you're really meant to be listening and knowing that that's a message for you. Otherwise, a 4th might be the kick in the bum that's not so nice.
Exactly.
That's just how I take notice of them. You better start taking notice. Yeah, by the 3rd at least.
They certainly have ways of catching our attention, don't they?
They do. Yes. Yeah. I've had books fly out of a bookshelf for that reason. Things that I've had to read. Yeah.
It freaks me out when things like that happen, but I love it at the same time. So
yes.
All right. So next we have Lily. It says, I would absolutely love some and appreciate any messages relating to my eldest son and his recent upset. I love the hearts. Thank you so much, as always. You're very welcome, honey. Would you like to start that one off?
I've actually got the home again is there, but it's combined with the key. I'm feeling that he's needing to actually decide to unlock, set free, and allow some things to happen. But I'm feeling that there's more the choice that needs to be made, more to be more. I'm feeling the centeredness in the family, in the home. So it feels like setting self free to actually experience that in a deeper way rather than wandering and wondering. So hopefully that's helpful in that respect. It's needing to be a decision on his part.
Yeah. I want to just add to that, honey. Lily, look at the timing in all this as well at the moment, because I get the reference to there is significance to what is going on around the situation at the moment, and I do get the reference to we can move forward from this. So I want to say there is a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. I've talked like it's me, sorry, that he will get through this, but there's lessons to be learnt in it too. So drawing on that strength at the moment is where I'm being drawn to. You have to excuse my voice after talking all weekend. We've still got this weekend to go, so it's going to be fun. So I need to have a couple of days of resting my voice, I think, this week.
Yeah, and I still haven't remembered to buy the lozenges to soothe mine either yet. But it is easing. I'm not going to be talking a great deal today. Well, I am because I've got to hit no clients. Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. I haven't even unpacked my car yet from the weekend. I pushed the trailer into the carport and I got my bag and that's it. Everything
Yep,
else is still there, so
I
it is what it
understand.
will be.
It will be exactly.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely. Well, only got to repack this weekend, so for this weekend,
Yeah.
I should say. So
Yes.
it's half done at least.
Yep.
Cheryl says, "Good morning, ladies. May I please have a card?"
Just shuffling now, and what you've got some mountains. Now that can actually indicate that you've got some mountains and valleys, like it's going to be some hard work for you. A few more, it's the challenges. There may be a block there. I'm just trying to find the right spot to hold it. With the 8, because it's a number 8 in the corner there too, isn't it? It may seem like at times it's a never ending, the infinity, but I'm feeling with the 3 that progression as far as it's moving past, as far as the 21, 2 and 1 adding up to 3, it's moving past those blocks, like it will free up. You'll get the experience of looking into, yes, the valleys per se, but there's the vistas of the views as you're working. You come around the corner and there's these magnificent views. There's the actual reward for what is coming. And once you actually get to the peak of the mountain, there it is. Like we all know that when those who climb the Everest, that it's such an euphoric feeling for them to have actually made it to the summit. I feel that that's actually coming. And all that you are moving through and around those blocks or blowing the blocks up, whichever way that you're feeling instinctively you need to deal with things, it's the right way to get to your Everest and being able to look over the big picture and see how well you've actually done. So in creating that for yourself, that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah,
I'm going to need a drink.
for sure. I actually want to add to that, honey. I'm actually wondering if you're also looking at building your finances as well, because I was very much drawn to the number 8, and 8 is very much a money number as well when you look at a lot of the symbols and stuff too.
Is it?
So,
cool.
Yeah, Chinese number is lucky for like it draws money in.
Yeah. Because I don't do personally, I don't. I know roughly some of the numerology, but not in detail. So the Chinese 8 is the infinity is money, abundance. Yep. Wow, cool.
Yep.
Good.
Around, so look at that when I'm pricing products and stuff to put the 8 in them where I can. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so when you look at feng shui and all that, it's all to do with money and finances. So I love it. Francine, yes, honey, you are very much in the right place now. So thank you for joining in. I hope you're having a lovely morning. Guys, don't forget to hashtag and let us know where you're watching from as well. Yeah. So we love to see how far we're getting out. We do know we have some beautiful people here that join us from Canada on a regular basis, as well as the Philippines. So, which is really good.
And occasionally I have a couple of my US guys dropping in too. It's good.
Definitely.
I've got some friends over there.
Yeah, I was going to say it'd be getting late night over there for them, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be. Yeah. Yeah, so it's only on the odd chance that they happen to be awake and have notifications. Not many of them, but it's people who are used to doing the live streams from years back that I met them. And I've just started remembering that I actually do need to put notifications out in various other places other than Facebook. And it is the link to back here. And so I thought, doing that sharing actually works. So, why didn't I do that before? It's some of that stuff that when you really think about now, how are we actually living our lives? Do we remember everything? No, we've got the ability and the knowledge all at once. We have it all, but there's no way we can remember to do it all at once because these little brains in this physical body just is not capable of doing that. So that's why the messages come in at the right time. That's why we need to be listening and aware and alert for what's next. What is that next message? What is that next plan? We've got a general gist of where we want to go, because that's part of what we learn as our destiny. We're born with that knowing. It's the remembering of it at the right spots and places that we need to be doing, and awareness and opening ourselves up to that awareness is one of the big deals that we should actually be dealing with. It doesn't always work as far as memory goes. Memory lapses, things like that. Oh, I should have been doing that. Well, I didn't need to know until now, that sort of a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's in the timing. Everything we do comes with time, sort of thing. Have you page open or something? Because I'm hearing a bit of a echo.
I've got nothing else open here at all.
All right.
I've just got the iPad, so you've got an echo there. Okay. I've even closed up my iPhone. There's nothing working. Not my iPhone, my phone. It's not open on anything. So
it's only very faint. I just keep hearing it in stereo in the background, but that's okay.
Is anyone at? There might be a tab. Have you got a tab open that's got the sound coming through it?
No, I've only got Be Live open, I think. Yep.
Oh, there's another. That's a bit weird. It shouldn't be showing up with an echo at all.
No.
But I am in a near empty room. Yeah, I just heard it then.
Yeah.
I just heard it then.
Delayed. So yeah, don't know where it's coming from. I can't work that one out. So, but that's all good. It's not too loud. So we'll just have to bear with it. That's okay. We've got Michelle saying, "Laugh out loud. They're beautiful and so much fun." So I would say Michelle's relating to the cards. They are, and it's
what deck has she got?
Yeah, Michelle. Let
I'm interested to know now.
Yeah. So Tiffany is just saying thank you. He passed in a car crash. Said the brother that passed just recently. Thank you, honey. We do really appreciate the feedback as well with that. So Cara, hey darling, I hope you're well. Okay, she says, hi ladies, just wondering if you can get any feelings around around the job myself and my husband have applied for. I still feel there's excitement there, honey, so I still feel like it's a good thing. All right, so let's bring Roz up with the cards, and I'll just put the comment down so we can see it better. There we go.
So the scythe, to me, what I see first on that card, regardless of whatever the book meaning of it is and all that sort of stuff, I'm just seeing the harvest and the clouds moving into positive, from the dark to the positive. It's moving on to the right, the same direction as the handle of the scythe. So that's how they came out for me. So all good and positive and happy days.
Yeah. So see that position, honey, that application coming through and being positive. So put it out there to what it is that you want and have that clear picture. Don't allow the doubt or the self-doubt to sort of come in that way, okay? So it'll be yours. Just keep on holding on to that. All right. So thank you for your question. Sandra says, will I get a job before or after fiance surgery? I'm drawn to before.
So was I. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the heart card. So that's the heart card. No from your heart. I'm getting the before.
Beautiful. Yeah, just put it out there, hun. Have that clear picture also of what it is that you're working towards. Okay. And next we have Vanessa saying, hi, beautiful ladies. Do you have any messages for me? It's a little bit of a open-ender, so we do ask people to make a more of a direct question if possible, please. But Ros, would you like to pull a card for her? I'm just going to mute myself so I can cough.
Yeah. Look, I've got the bear. Bear it's usually referencing more towards the nurturing and strength that is the mother bear, because the polar bears, it's not very often that you actually see the male out and about. I'm just going to go like that for a bit. Yeah. Is that closer? You can sort of see that there's a little bit of a struggle there to get caught up. What do you call it? The grounding, the touch the ground that's needed. But bears are very strong swimmers, so it doesn't seem to matter whichever situation that a bear will be in. They do actually get to the destination by means that they just keep on with where they're going, type of thing. So it's actually a progression of that work is going to, the effort is going to be for the good of that nurturing, the result of business or whatever area that you're looking at. It's going to actually be successful effort into that direction of where you're wanting to move it to. So if it's looking after kids, it's going to be with great love and determination and ability to provide. If it's with what you're doing in a job, you're going to put the steps in process to be able to move it forward into something that's positive and able to continue onward as that cycle. So that's what I'm getting from that. And I'm just wondering, are you muted, or is that I have lost sound?
Oh, there we go. Are we better now?
Yeah, better now.
It's my turn to do that this week. I love it. Oh, hey, honey, I hope you're doing well. But you are a little bit stressed. Will I get a job after finishing my course? I get yes, hun. But I also feel there's some blocks around you too, honey. So I want to say, I kind of get the feeling that fear takes over a little bit. So I want to say, be determined in what it is that you want. Put it out to the universe. The universe will help you to manifest that. But I do feel that you are very much caught up in that bit of a fear and energy that's blocking you at the moment. Okay. Roses.
I think it does come up a bit too. The bridge was the first one that came in with time afterwards. So I think yes, you will. That there might be a little bit of time in progressing that, because I'm seeing with the two bridges, it's almost that indecision. You're crossing the bridge, you've done the course, and you're wanting to progress it through to having clients and working with the skills that you've learnt. But there's the double bridge, almost like, is it or not? So you just need to decide, take that step, know it, that you've started at one side of the bridge and you're moving to the other, and that's it. You're not doubling back, you're not going on another one. Decide which one and move forward with it. So yes, I'm still getting
I just want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Raywyn's just saying that she's missing her best friend that has passed. So, honey, close your eyes and allow yourself to feel her energy, because I do feel she is very much around you with that. So you can still have those conversations with her that you would normally have when she was here. Okay, just trust. I always say trust what you feel, you think, you see, you hear, you know, because that's how they will communicate with us. Okay, and I also just want to make a point to people too. Now is the time to be manifesting stuff. So the stuff that we have been working hard on in the past and what we have been wanting to manifest is coming more to the forefront now, and that energy is starting to open up for growth. So it really is just about trusting in that side of it as well. Okay. I'm noticing I've got a lot of light coming in behind me. But the internet connection isn't the greatest between the two of us. We keep going blurry. If I'm not, you are. And then vice versa. So I've got no idea what's going on with technology at the moment.
Look, it comes up.
We were having trouble with it last night too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had a live Webby and I was on my iPad and I just wasn't able to receive it. It was going back to the first 2 minutes of where the live was. And yet I know after everything had finished and it had time to render, it was a good recording of the webinar. So, that was good. So what we missed out on, I was able to go and watch. But the process of the live, look, whether Facebook themselves were doing something that was creating glitchiness because of an update or a change somewhere, it might have been that. This, even though we might have iffy internet connection, because I'm on Wi-Fi only. You're on NBN, aren't you?
Yeah.
connection.
But I do know they've been doing some work around here lately as well. So
and it makes a difference
yeah.
with the technology. So what I'm seeing here is I've got a clear, steady picture of me and you, where you might be having something else showing up, and yet on the replay, watching what was recorded, it could be absolutely perfect. So, and just seeing that analogy of that in how we actually live our lives too, it just came to mind. Or, oh, got it. You know, how do we get stuff that comes into their head? Spirit guidance, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's there. And it really is that sometimes with what our perception isn't what others are seeing. And it can still be that perfect recorded like it was last night. It can still produce that perfect result that's needed for somebody to learn from. So, you know, anything that we might say or do, our actions, you know, how we live, the whole lot of who we are, there's just being true to yourself is the best thing. We're being continuing as true to what we believe this production's putting out, as if it's going to be perfect. Because I'm getting my little live thing flashing now. So does that mean I've got a bad connection? I don't know. I'm going to continue on because it could be perfect moment for somebody to hear just the right words, even if they're not seeing the visual. But there's some part of everything we do that does influence time, space, or people and how they need to learn and what's part of their journey. So, and it's like that. It really is that jigsaw puzzle, that web of life. Don't discount anything that you do as being important to somebody. So I just had to pass that on. So there you go.
I love it.
There ends the lesson of life.
Blurry or not, the message still gets through.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter what fog we're going through in life.
Yeah, and that's what Spirit tells us too, don't they? It will get it through regardless of how long you wait to get it.
That's it, exactly. Yeah. That's it. So just while you're on the roll, would you like to pull a card from Michelle? She says, hello, are you feeling any messages for me today?
Do a quick 3 because I like to shuffle the cards 3 times. That's where the 3 is an important number for me. There you go. Family, home, creating your space that's absolutely for you and putting that out, living from the heart. Even though I don't know whether the heart card's the next one. No, you've got clouds moving into the sunshine. So if you put that together, you've got family and home shining out and moving all that dusty stuff and moving that other, and it's like crossing bridges. There's many pathways that you can go, but it's creating that avenue that you can actually move in or out. It doesn't matter. It's just deciding to get things rolling and moving, but it's from that heart base of the home. That's what I've got for you.
Beautiful.
So hopefully that means something for you, Michelle.
Excellent. Wonderful. So, yeah, thanks, Roz. Next, we have Tony saying, do you have any messages from my dad? We lost him 2 years ago, come this July. Now, straight away, honey, reading your question, I got the sadness. So I do feel there's still some tears around his passing for yourself as well. So I want to say it's important to acknowledge how you feel as well. But I do get the reference to his hand is on his heart, which is my sign for love and pride. But I also feel like I'm looking at the chest, the heart area with things going on with his health in that way as well. Now, I'm not sure if Dad would have trouble with his legs, but all of a sudden I got a real coldness to my knees and I'm just getting pain in both left knee and right knee. But the my right leg seems to be more stiffer than my left, but my left is really feeling the cold. So whether he had circulation issues in the legs or it was around the pain, but I do get the reference to he has connected with you in your dreams since his passing, sorry, honey. But so he shows me the connection with you and still very much around you. Okay. Did you have anything, Roz, you would like to add?
Not as far as a card goes, but I did have the impression of striped shirts. So I was just wondering, did he wear striped type shirts a lot? So just a question.
Beautiful. So you can let us know. Yeah. So, Tony, if you'd like to give Roz some back on that, that would be lovely. Jessica says, "Hi, ladies. Any messages from my grandma or messages from any of my friends? I think it's supposed to be of my friends who have passed on." Did you want to start that one, hun?
I'm actually feeling there is a young lady on my side, on my left side. Well, that's my side for the feminine energy. So, well, that showed up again. So I just had that as I shuffled quickly before. So it's repetition. Just wondering whether she was a girl who would repeat a lot of things to you, as in, you know, you done this, you done this, you done this, or her opinion, or something along those lines. I'm just feeling that energy. It was done, well, not so much to nag, but I think just to keep at you about certain things, as a reminder. And keep at it. I think that's just the words that I got then. Keep at it.
Yeah. I just want to know that when you were doing that, one thing I did pick up on, honey, is I feel like there's a lot of tiredness around you, Jessica. So I do get the reference to it's about nurturing you at the moment. So once I start putting yourself first, do the nurturing, and just allow this energy to move. Okay, beautiful. And we've got Ashley just going, "Oh wow, amazing." Beautiful. So, and Adair is here saying, "Hi, ladies. How are you both?"
Hi,
We are well, thank you. I hope you're well. And she says, "Roz, your hair looks spectacular today."
Oh, thank you. Well, I washed it. So, of course, it's out and buffy.
I love it.
And the sun shining from the side really brings the different colours out, doesn't it, as it's growing out?
It does. Yeah, you got different shades, your red, your orange, and that.
Yeah, it does. It shows up, doesn't it? As the colours weaken and the greys coming in. I'm going to let the grey come in fully. I think I don't really want to colour anymore. But yeah, the curls getting too long. Thank you, though, Adair. Yes.
It's actually getting longer, isn't it? So
yeah, I'm eating it a lot more often. That's the part I don't like. You know, the wind, much, not good. It's a good way of not eating in public out in the wind.
Yeah, you said that the other day, then all of a sudden I noticed mine was getting in my mouth. I'm like, Roz drawing me to, like, I don't normally notice it. So,
Look,
yeah.
it was the time where it really was like I sucked it down into the throat, like it was fully the length of the hair into the windpipe, and that was really horrible. It's worse than having a fly go down there. It was awful.
Yeah, that just makes me want to gag just at the thought of having something like that. I'm hopeless when it comes to things like that.
Yeah. So I might be getting it trimmed a tad at some point.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And Ashley says, "Thank you for her readings." So Michelle says, "Well, Leanne, I'm Ashley's mother. You just did a reading for her, and I believe the two women you were talking of is Ashley's aunt who died of lung cancer, and then my mother. The three of us look exactly alike." Oh, wonderful! Thank you, Michelle, for that. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, yeah, it is, and I love, it is nice to get some feedback at times, because as much as we give the information, we have no idea really what's going on around you guys, so we can only pass on what we're getting. But it's nice just to know, even in general, that it resonates with you in that sense. So, and Lily also says, "Absolutely, thank you so much. That completely resonates as well." Thank you, Lily. We really appreciate that. And Cheryl saying thank you for her reading as well. Francine is from Adelaide. Raywin is from my hometown, Murray Bridge. And we've got Laurelie from Tasmania. Ashley is all the way over there in Canada. So good morning, honey. And
Wow.
Jessica
Yes.
is here to New South Wales. Lovely. And it is lovely to know how far we are going. And we have the beautiful Rebecca. Hi, I'm in the US and it's about 8:30 here. So
So
that
that'll
would
be
be
Pacific time,
yeah.
I dare say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just
And
from memory.
Sandra is from Washington, so she is at 6:30 PM. So you guys are in your evening. We are here, what,
Time
20
zones.
20 past 11. So, and we also have Tony from the Greenwood, Indiana, USA. I so want to get over to America at some stage. And Cheryl is also here from Adelaide, so not too far from us. So we are sort of going right across worldwide in that sense. And I do want to just say before I forget, hello to those listening on the United Radio at United World Radio.
Yeah.
We go out to each week, as well as the Be Live, Be Live.
The Be Live and through to
Binge.
Binge Networks TV.
We are on Be Live. We're using Be Live, but we are going out on the binge. This is my brain that kicks in. That's like my head knows it's going to be going for a few more days yet.
Well, you said that it'd be Tuesday would be the proof of how tired we actually get. And I'm honestly, yes, I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. And I think any time with energy work too, because it's what we're all moving in and using when connecting to the degree that we do when doing readings and things like that on psychic fairs and stuff. And me as a learner only just really getting into it, and you're very experienced, you still get really tired. And you said, yeah, it'll be about Tuesday. And I'm thinking, I think that's right. I think you're right. So, for the next weekend, I'll plan to have Tuesday a little less in the afternoon after we've done our live.
Yeah. Because we went out for tea with other readers on Saturday night, and when the other readers asked how I maintain my energy and stuff and how it affects me, sort of thing, I did say to her, usually I'm good for a day or so after, and then I start coming down, and it would normally be Tuesday. I did start to feel a tinge of it yesterday coming in, but I kept pushing through. So probably today and tomorrow is going to be the worst day, but today I've got to do the rough ready for the weekend, so I'm not actually, and I think I've marked, I have blocked off half of tomorrow as well, just to do the prep stuff rather than focusing on the reading where I need more of my energy in that sense.
And for that, Leanne, what do you actually do that does help you to look after yourself post intense reading weekends?
Chocolate.
I'm going to go shopping.
I have chocolate. I have chocolate in all directions. No, for me, it's really important to make sure that we let go of that energy and that I come down. And it can take me a little bit of a process to do that. And like in the weekend situation from last weekend, and again with this weekend, it is a mad rush when we do these expos, because it's not just me as a reader, it's my lovely mum and dad come out and help me. I'm very grateful for that, in selling my stock and stuff like that as well. So it's a mad dash to sort of pack up. Like Sunday night, we had a 3.5 hour drive home. So we finished, 5 o'clock? By the time you pack up, that's close to 6 o'clock before you're on the road. And I think we did get home around about 9 o'clock because we had a small stop on the way to get tea.
Yeah.
So it becomes a bit hectic, and you can get caught up in that energy and that just like, I've got to get home, to forget to actually separate yourself from that energy completely. But I quite often find the chocolate, your Coke Zeros, sugary type things will help ground me, but it also helps bring my energy back up. But something I have really found that is helping me lately is the Gatorade. So when I'm working, I don't know if you noticed on the weekend, I was sipping on Gatorade through the day. Now that's giving me a lot of the electrolytes and minerals and stuff that, as much as I'm sitting on my bum, we are losing it when we are doing this work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I by
noticed
keeping
that.
myself nourished in that way,
Yeah.
it's taken me a while to learn that sort of thing, because I can sit and, like this weekend, I'll start at 10 a.m. and I might not finish until 6 p.m. And I'm lucky if on these weekends when we're booked out, I'm lucky if I get like a toilet break or a lunch break. So,
Yeah.
my family will drop in a lolly here and there and a square of chocolate there just to keep me going.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we do take that out of our body when we are doing that. So it's getting more and more important to nurture our bodies when we're doing this work as well.
Yeah.
And that's why next week I think I've given myself 3 days off.
Yeah.
So
And I think too, just as a quick, a minute guide to someone who is learning, like it was Tony, wasn't it, who had the new deck, or Terry, who has the new deck and practicing with that and getting to learn her deck and the rest. It's still the same. It doesn't matter how small, even if you're just reading for yourself, you're connecting to an energy source that you do actually need to cut off from, so that you can give yourself that break from what is connection, so that you're actually resting the body, because it does take that bit of a toll on the body physical, compared to having continual energy coming in from a source that you forgot to sort of turn off, switch off, like the switch. I mean, that's how I see it. So I mean, I was just sitting and it was only a few times through the day yesterday myself that I found myself, I was just sitting and holding my hands on my tum, closing my eyes and just moving into my Zen space, how I do it. And it didn't take too many where I could think, I have felt, I've cut, turned the switch off, because, I was eager to get back to the shack and the rest after the Sunday night packing up and this. I'm glad I got small table and small stuff to pack up. Store.
it is much easier.
It still is that connection with what we're doing on the weekend for others, that you still got to pull that back in, and the energy of your own back in, to actually switch off what is the connection.
For sure.
And all the protections that we know that we need to be doing as well, because that's something that not always is known, is it? Like the process of doing that. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. There is a lot of work that goes on, and that's why we can't read 5 or 7 days a week sort of thing, or 5 days a week consistently, one after another, because we need to find that balance in that way. Because it's like everything, we burn out no matter what you are doing, whether it is the energy work, or you're going to work and working in an office, or wherever you're working. Okay.
The lifestyle balance is important to keep replenishing yourself too, isn't it? Moonology Oracle deck. Now, I don't think I've actually heard of that one. Wow. If you get a chance to, it'd be lovely to have a little snapshot of that in the comments later.
Enjoying them, honey.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And we have Cara just saying, thank you, lovely ladies. Whoops. I double clicked. You are very welcome. And Adair is telling us, even though she's from Adelaide, you got to be on this one, honey. Munlo Island, Queensland. She was over visiting her beautiful daughters and family and beautiful grandchildren. So, and Amy is just wondering if she could please have a card. She was on the wrong link. We're in the right spot there.
I'll just quickly do the card. Just a reminder for those out watching too, this is the Lenormand deck Gilded Reverie. Excuse me. While I'm holding that, I'll just take that. Just take the vision in.
Yep, we got that. You're on the card.
It's an anchor, obviously. So that actually does indicate stability is happening around you. It might take a little bit for the anchor itself to actually hold in it's like when you're actually on a boat. I'll do it that way. When you're on a boat and you're throwing an anchor out, what you're actually doing is trying to get it to take hold, because sometimes the bottom of the ocean is too smooth that it takes a little bit to wiggle it and grab. So that's all you need to do, is just take that time to have the anchor set, and there will be stability around you. Okay, so hopefully that means something to you and you can understand it. With other parts of that image, see where your eye goes to and take what you receive as the first, that instinctive, oh, is that what it means for me? Okay, there we go for that for you. Thanks, Jess. Was it Jessica that was asking, or was one of the others? There's another comment up now. You disappeared there on me. Yeah.
I
So what
did.
happened
I
there?
don't know what happened, but I got booted out and I had to refresh. So
Now that's happened to someone else before, I know, but I can't. Oh, it was a while ago now, though. It was as some upgrades were going with Facebook, I think, too, at that time. But anyway,
yeah,
you're back again.
it didn't. I am. It did it to me last week. So it was weird.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Sort
well,
of
it's
thing.
technology. We use it as we're given it. We can't do much more than that, can we?
Exactly. Very true. Thank you, dear. And I hope you have a lovely day too, as well, honey. Louise just says, any good news that is coming up my way? I also have to hear from my mum. Okay. All right, mum. Okay. I feel like mum had trouble speaking. It's like I've got her energy and I just want to say, I want to speak, but nothing wants to come out in that sense. So whether mum had trouble communicating prior to her passing or there was just something that wasn't quite right, like her mind in the way she thought, sort of thing, because I feel very confused with your mum's energy, but I do get her hand being put on her heart, which is my sign for love and pride as well, honey. So I do get there is a lot of that coming through. Now I feel like I need to be flicking through the papers, so I'm not too sure what the paperwork is or the information that you need to be looking at for around mum or you have been looking at. So she just keeps putting that in front of me as well. Okay. Did you have anything else you'd like to add for
Well, the two
Louise?
cards that I had come up is Lady, which I'm taking as being your mum, and the message she felt it just feels like there was a lot of the cross that she had to bear. There was a lot of things that she found hard, but freedom now. It just feels like that returning to home in that letting go of all of that was the responsibility. And my eyes caught to the one, hang on, I'm just trying to find it. It just got caught to that image there of I don't know the religious.
Just pull back a bit, Ros. You're too close.
I'm assuming that's probably Mother Mary, but I'm not
and
sure.
Down a little bit. We can only see the bottom of the card.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to focus into
That's better.
that bottom picture icon there.
Yep.
See that one?
Oh, okay.
There's also another one at the top, but I'm actually feeling it's more. My eye was drawn to that one, so that's the cross. It's the last of the cards of the actual original Lenormand deck before the expanded edition has those additional cards. So it's actually the last of the finish of something. So, the fact she's passed, it's a completion in itself and the letting go of all that was the responsibility.
Yeah. So I just want to say good morning to Sandra. Yeah.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Next, we have Vanessa. Do you have any messages from me from my Nan? Straight away, honey, I get a very loving, gentle feeling, energy, and I do feel that you are very much like your Nan in ways. And when I said that, she gave me the biggest smile as well. And I also feel like I need to acknowledge the birthday that literally has just been or is about to be, because she just wants to acknowledge the birthday that is coming up. Please know she is very much around you as well. Okay. Did you ever have anything you want to add?
Well, that card it was on the top as I did my 3 shuffles, clear 3 shuffles. And this is the card. It's the masks. It's one of the expanded edition, the expanded one, the extras. I just felt happiness as I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, did Nan really like to play different games and put on different personas at times? It's just what I'm feeling like with that one. So it's a happiness around that.
Yeah.
So I think
Okay.
that's what she's putting out
Excellent.
to you is happiness.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Well, it's that time of the day. Michelle was just saying thank you. What else have we got? And good job, ladies. Beautiful. Excellent. All right. And Jessica is just saying thank you as well. And we have the beautiful Louise from Sudbury in
Canada.
Orianto. In Canada. I can't
Ontario.
get my hair. It's like, thank you. It's like my tongue wants to stick to the top of my mouth. And this is where I should be keeping hydrated. And I forgot to bring a drink in with me this morning. I was a bit rushed as well.
I just wanted to add to hers, though. She had a question around her health. I'm actually feeling that it's actually going to progress to being okay. That's just the feeling that I had at the time as the message came up. So.
Oops, sorry, wrong one.
I can't remember.
That was the one I meant to click on. Sorry,
yes,
Louise.
Yeah, so that's for Louise.
So beautiful. Yeah, excellent. All right. Is there anything you want to leave us with?
Look, I'm just so happy. I feel so blessed to be able to actually use this technology so that we can share in this way. It's lovely to have time with Leanne to do this. I'm very grateful that Leanne shares this time spot with me to be able to put it in this way that we do. It's
my pleasure.
It's energy that, the more that you can actually join in with others, it just feels like it's an expansion of love. When things are done from the heart, when you do really come into life as innocent as we do, and love is that is what we come in with as that innocent babe. And then we do get all the other influences, but still the basis of life is that unconditional love. It is that love we need to go back and remember, and sharing it in ways with people that we are guided to, that we're attracted to because it's our destiny, our soulmates, all the different terms. Doesn't matter what label we put to it, it is that feeling, it is that connection, and it is then joining that together as part of that web and continuing to grow and expand it. So that's the message that I'm getting, that I'm wanting to share out, and it's why I'm doing this. I have a ball doing it, and I know you enjoy doing it, and just want to do more of it. And thank you for you and everybody else for joining in. Namaste.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. That was lovely. And I just, I did put there that Louise said her mum gave her a picture of Saint Teresa before she passed away. That's wonderful. Thank you. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Oz, and I totally agree. And it's my pleasure doing this. I love doing this.
And next week, another one.
Next week. We should actually do it in our pajamas next week, because I don't think we're going to have much energy to do much at all.
Well, we could do
we
it
could have
like
a pajama fest. We could. So you will have to just bear with us. I'm sure you will get a good laugh from us next week after coming down after 2 weekends of heavy readings with that way. So I am looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, and look after yourself. Bye. Bye.